Saga! Over here!
Ilmo.
Hey, Ilmo. How did your walk in the woods with Steven go?
Another satisfied customer. I just hope he remembers to write a good review on the webpage. Great to see you back in Watery, Saga.
His grin.
Everyone in town missed you. Super nice to see you again, Saga.
They act like they've known me for years. This keeps happening. You own the trailer park, right? Mind if I take a look inside?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the owner of the Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park, me, can help you with that. It's good to have our funniest resident back.
Resident? I don't understand what you mean.
If this is your way of getting out of any outstanding bills, don't worry. They've been handled. Must be hard coming back to where you and your little girl lived.
It's like they remember a different reality. Is the horror story messing with their memories?
I actually really want to know the answer to this question before I go further. I am going to stand in front of both of them, and I'm going to go into a trance as I go through this this seance or whatever it's called and examine their innermost thoughts and secrets. There's a trailer park nearby called Watery Trailer Park.
A trailer park is a good place to look for a trailer.
Sure
Keep
it
it
is.
simple, Saga.
It's Murphy's Law. No, is it Murphy's Law? It's Occam's Razor. Whichever one. The easiest solution is the most straightforward and plausible. For later. Cold stashes. Case closed.
Nightingale goes missing for 13 years, shows up murdered, and then turns into a monster. After I stop Nightingale,
Classic Nightingale.
a writer who's also been missing for 13 years turns up. What's the connection? What kind of case is this?
It's coincidence, clearly. I killed Nightingale. I had to. He was a monster. The flooding around Cauldron Lake receded afterwards. Nothing about this makes rational sense. We found Alan Wake, a writer missing for 13 years at the shore of the lake. Hopefully he can shed some light on this. That's such an interesting turn of phrase there.
Wake says the story will change reality around us. If that's true, then I need to know what's real and what's fiction.
It's true. That's important. I think that's what's happened to a lot of people here. They're in this bubble and they don't know fact from fiction. Ilmo owned the trailer park where I supposedly lived. Calls me his funniest resident. I mean, Saga has the pun game down, but... Finally, someone appreciates my appreciates my jokes, but seriously, what kind of life did I live here? It's interesting that she's even questioning that, like, shouldn't she have been from DC or wherever with her husband, whatever his name is, Paul, probably, maybe Paul, and Logan. Logan is not dead, but what else did the story change about her life? Knowing might help me fight this thing. It's supposed to be like a bubble around the town and the lake, right? That affects... How did I find another one of these somehow? I didn't find a stash. Okay. Oh, because I found a crossbow, I guess. Somehow. Guess it makes sense. Alright, let's see. Koskelas. Ilmo and Jakob. Jakob? Koskela.
Ilmo made it sound like I lived here. Does he really believe that?
Light, laughter, and love will guide you home. Saga and her daughter. Oh boy. Happy faces raise property value. Family comes first, Ilma. We take care of her trailer while she's gone. She's one of us, Jaakko. Her spare key is safe and sound.
The Koskela Brothers have happy memories of me living here.
Aw.
This must be the story affecting them. I'll play along for now. I need the key to that trailer.
Sure. Play along. It's like the world's most unsettling like vignette, and yet she's like, oh, they have wholesome memories of me here. I appreciate that. It's just a little funny. And it is true. That was a very wholesome haunted scene there. Ilmo is certain that I used to live here, that I owned a trailer here, that I am a member of the community. I don't know the answer to this one. She could be. Both is possible. Alright, well. I'll find out about the other things.
Are you familiar with the cult of the tree?
Yeah, we always thought it was an urban legend. Kids drawing creepy symbols to scare each other, but, now it's gotten pretty damn real, huh?
It's terrible what happened. We're all in shock.
All of us.
We're looking into it. Hoping to get things back to normal soon.
We're all for that. As normal as it ever gets around here.
That smirk. That smirk is so good. I love it. It's just like, you just know that he knows more than he's letting on. That's the smirk of a man that's confident that he's in control of a situation, and that's very good.
So what is
facial
Coffee
animation.
World?
You mean you haven't seen our commercial for it? Coffee World is a smooth blend of rides, food, and fun. We even had a real moose. Until recently. Plus, right next to Coffee World is the workshop of our own Kalevala Knights Motorcycle Club. We're busy building the floats for Deerfest.
Don't go peeking, though. You know, we're saving the big reveal for Deerfest.
I'd love to get a motorcycle. I think that'd be cool.
So, your commercials?
They're more than commercials, Saga. Our goal is to both entertain and educate local viewers about the fine products and services we provide. And, Jaakko here really comes alive in front of the camera.
He does. He
Really.
pops. It's true.
Fuck off. I'm just there for the free beer. Not sure what Ilmo's excuse is. Hey, I'm writer, producer, co-lead, director. Do yourself a favor and, check them all out.
No, I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that.
All joking aside, yes, I would like to see my trailer. Do you have a spare set of keys?
Good for you. Yeah, I have a spare set. They're just over at Coffee World. I'd get them for you, but Jaakko and I have to head to Bright Falls. The spare keys are in the gift shop safe. I'll call ahead and have someone get them out for you. Oh, the road's flooded, but if you just follow this trail behind me, it'll lead you there.
Suomi
Call the
hiking
gift shop
trail.
so they can give Saga a hand. Yep.
All right. Thanks. I want to listen to this though.
Nothing? What am I paying them for? Guess they're busy. Ay, vittu. Well, after they finally pick up, we really need to get over to Bright Falls for that, thing. Yep. Must be busy at the park. These are off-peak hours, Jaakko. They're just slacking.
Do they have any more dialogue? Well, that's not concerning at all, guys. Thank you. I'll go down the spooky walkway with hopefully no further complications. Down Suomi hiking trail. Anything? No? Did they pick up? Did I hear them pick up? I need to pause it because one thing that I noticed, and it was shocking to me, was that Saga. Now, I need to go back and I need to look at some things very carefully because Saga, I swear at some point she had an FBI jacket. And I was going to say, How the hell is Yako talking to her, or Ilmo? How is Ilmo talking to her like she is a resident of the town with her daughter in her trailer when Saga is standing there right in front of him with an FBI jacket, but she doesn't have an FBI jacket. And that's enough pause where I never put that together the first time. I never put it together where she just... I knew that she changed, but I didn't know that she... Like, I didn't put it together that she didn't have FBI on her jacket anymore. And that's enough to make me seriously want to go back to Bright Falls real quick. And to check Casey and see what his current outfit is. And I really want to know, did she... Oh, hold on. Hold on. That's so interesting. Okay, well, I just went back to the first couple of videos, and Saga definitely had an FBI jacket.
Is there anything else I can help you with,
That
sir?
she is no longer wearing
Would you like
now.
a complimentary dinner tonight?
Well, that almost makes.
So who's in for a bet this year? $100 says there'll be at least one fender bender between the floats.
Oh, and Casey's wearing a suit now. Oh man, so you have no idea if he's still wearing an FBI jacket either. I mean, it makes sense because it's the next day after everything, but still, that's so wild. Talk to Alan about the pages.
You wrote these pages in the dark place. So why are we finding them here?
I think I wrote them. I remember writing an endless amount of pages, but when this happened before, the pages were being sent from the dark place to help me. Maybe the same thing is happening here.
That's all for now, Mr. Wake. Thank you for your cooperation.
Okay, well, I'm glad I talked to him then. Okay, urban legend.
Elmo thinks the cult is just an urban legend. Or does he?
There are things that go bump in the night. It's all true. It's all true. Sound the alarm, brother. Gather the troops, brother. Yako, the shadow of the forest is creeping closer.
They don't think it's an urban legend at all. They understand it's dangerous.
Interesting. The spare keys are in the whatever.
The Koskelas think I lived in the trailer park. With Logan. The story really is changing people's memories. Why aren't mine affected?
Oh man, it's just so interesting that she is not wearing an FBI jacket. I don't know why I never clocked that before, but she's not wearing an FBI jacket. That's super important. Okay. I gotta check now. Is there any... Does she have a room here? I forget. Interesting. It's also interesting that he said that. Why would he say that? We don't know who to trust.
Hello?
Read Cauldron Lake. Look into news and rumors. Focus on 2010. Cross-reference with old case files from New York City cult. Similarities, commonalities in methodology. Part of series. Find out name of good coffee from diner. This is obviously Casey's room. So he is a little bit more suspicious than I think he lets on. And I think that Saga is also. Because he says, cross-reference with old case files from New York City cult. Similarities and commonalities. And I think that's interesting that in the Alan story, Return, is that what it's called? He's dealing with a cult in New York City and has the Casey shadow following him the whole time. So there is some overlap between the, which should be obvious, between the dark place and here, but whether or not like one's directly involving the other, I don't know. Isn't like the world's darkest hotel rooms too? Does Saga have a room? FBI files. Casey obviously would have FBI files, but Tammy didn't want me to come, I can tell. Not like the trip is even helping. I thought getting out of the city would inspire me, but Bright Falls is just a bunch of trees and empty storefronts. I need to find something. I'm tired of writing one-act plays about how shitty the world is. I thought scathing social commentary would make me feel like a real artist, but I don't know. It's not me. I want to write something weird, something really out there, something authentic, but what? I don't even want to get into what happened last night. It's weird though, sitting here in the hotel room. Some pieces are starting to fall together. An idea for a new play. A space cult burning down the galaxy in some misguided search for TBD. A lone man, an artist, wandering the stars until his destiny puts him straight in the cult's path. All black cast. A musical. A rock. Opera. Isn't there a book in Control or something? That there's a book club and every member of that book club has a different interpretation of the story? Is it called TBD there? Hold on, I gotta look this up. Because the story with Alan Wake is that every piece of fiction written near the lake manifested into reality from an artist. It makes their works of art become true. No, I guess that's just a coincidence. I looked it up. I just thought it was interesting that he was referencing a space opera, and I distinctly remember there being some type of space sci-fi and in Control referenced in fiction. So I guess it's a coincidence. Oh, is this oh my goodness, it's a manuscript page. Hell yes. All right, let's see what this says. Ed returns to Cauldron Lake.
Ed hadn't been the same since his latest show had closed. This wasn't the first time one of his productions had shuttered early. Scathing social commentary in a one-act play wasn't exactly filling seats. When Tammy told him she was taking a research trip to Bright Falls, he decided to tag along. Ed told her he wanted to find inspiration. Really, he just wanted a break from the city. But it was true that he certainly needed to find something. A voice, a direction, an idea, something authentic to himself. Ed knew he couldn't keep using Tammy's money to fund his playwriting. After the argument with Tammy, Ed stormed out of the diner and drove their rental car back to Cauldron Lake to prove a point. Now standing in the dark woods, the sun hidden by the trees, Ed wished he could remember what that point was. Something about masculinity. He cursed at himself and turned to go. Suddenly, he was blinded by a light in his face. Voices shouted and hands pushed him to the ground. Ed struggled in vain.
Uh-oh. Well, Ed isn't a Taken. Huh. Ed kind of reminds... Oh, it's another one, maybe. Ed reminds me of a friend that I have. Tammy rides the ferry. I've never seen these before. This is very cool.
Tammy tapped her pen on her notebook. Alan Wake had ridden this same ferry into town when he arrived. This was his entry into Bright Falls. His first steps across the threshold. She wrote that down. She always found it helpful to walk in the victim's shoes, do what they did, see what they saw. It added great color to the book. Tammy felt raindrops on her face. God, again? She pulled up her hood. The rain just kept coming. She missed New York. So far, this hadn't been the simple research trip she pictured. First the incident at the lake, then the fight with Ed. It's not surprising tempers got hot. They were both on edge after what had happened. Tammy had said some things she regretted. She looked out over the harbor. A chill passed through her. She hoped Ed wouldn't do anything stupid.
Uh-oh. Huh. Well, they're both creatives in this area, so could definitely be feeding off of either. It's interesting that she referenced Alan being crossing over a threshold.
Hello? I can't get through this.
Well, that's very cool. Oh, hold on. Okay, those are where the rooms are. I guess I can go back. A little bit of a detour. So these guys know something's up with the town. At this point, she just figured that out. And they're not concerned. They're just letting Saga go off into the woods
There's
alone.
Coffee World. Need to get across the river.
Interesting. It's also interesting that Tammy was directly interacting with Sam Lake's character in the dark place. Or at least whatever analog that she has in the dark place was interacting with Max Payne, Alex Casey.
What was that?
Yeah, what was that? Okay, hold on. Before I go any further, let me reacquaint myself with the controls. Alright. It has been 7 months. Okay.
Fuck!
Oh.
FBI, show yourself!
He left. She says FBI, but she's not wearing the jacket. Oh, I can't see. Alright, got him.
More people turning into Taken. Is this the cult?
Yikes.
Or the story? Or both?
I probably shouldn't have done that, I think. I thought I saw another one. Alright. Jeez, I need ammo. Oh, God. Oh, I got that one. I got it. I swear I got it. Alright, here we go. Manual save, I guess. I also have to keep an eye out for the DLC. I have to keep an eye out for the DLC. I don't know where it is. I assume it will be pretty obvious, but... Saga in the Watery Woods. I didn't say that that was a new one, but... Okay, yes it does.
Saga was beginning to see why Casey disliked the woods so much.
Yeah,
They felt oppressive here. Too many places to hide. The distorted carnival music drifting from the amusement park ahead did not help. What the Koskelas had said about her living in Watery with Logan unsettled her. For the horror story to involve her was one thing, but involving her daughter was crossing a line. Something darted across the path ahead, too fast to see. Saga drew her weapon. Her eyes searched the woods. A noise overhead. Saga swiveled to look. A local, a man on the ridge above her. No, not a man. A monster with a hatchet in each hand. It shouted down at her. Hunting season was a bust!
Rabbit season. Duck season. Saga season.
Another locked box.
Is it? Huh. All right, well...
Plastic deer coffee.
That'll teach you to want coffee. Alright. There should be a lunchbox around here, I think.
Another one of those lunch boxes.
Hi, hero. I think a few pieces of paper from my private fanfiction project got mixed into some of these stashes, but I don't know which ones. I posted some online and they're getting pretty good reviews, but I'd appreciate if you didn't read them. It's a privacy thing. That's really funny. That's really funny because I did just read one and it was like pretty close to the Night Springs DLC. So I have to wonder if the in-world explanation now, having read that, if she's writing fan fiction, considers her an artist and it's manifesting some type of, it's manifesting the story into reality in some way for her. Some more flooding. That was very satisfying for some reason. Alright, well... Okay. Scratch on the hunt.
Scratch stalked through the forest, a terrifying dark presence in the night, more sensed than seen. Darkness boiled in his skull, like a storm cloud crammed into a bottle. The woods were alive with those he had taken. They were coming with him, directed by him. His army of darkness. His singular purpose was a sharp, pulsing black hole in his head, waves roaring out of it to whip his flock into a frenzy, filling them with his purpose. The clicker. He wanted it, to make his horrific ending to the story come true. The art was there. The clicker would push it across the final threshold, a detonator to send out a tidal wave that would spread to overtake reality. He was so close to claiming it. The Taken gibbered and shouted, straining against their invisible leashes, filled with bloodlust. Scratch let them go. They launched themselves into the night with violent glee. He ripped a signpost from the ground, swung it in his hands as if it was made of air. Ahead, the music started. It called him on. Let the final deer fest commence.
Huh. It's interesting that it said it was on the threshold. He just needed to get it over there.
Hello? Anyone here? Nope.
Did they get out? Did the Taken get them? Or were they turned into Taken? I'll need to get the key to the trailer park myself. Ilmo said the key is kept in the gift shop safe.
These chairs just make me nostalgic. All right.
Locked. Need something to jimmy it open with.
All right. Well, typical horror game logic. Let's find that. Whatever. Crowbar, bolt cutters, whatever it is. All right. Let me see. Fun. Fun. I love how enterprising the Koskela Brothers are. You know, might as well take advantage of of the local culture and everything. Be enterprising. They're real estate owners. They have a theme park. They do tours. They do it all. Immersed in their community. The scary one right here. Alright. Coffee World, where the fun is percolating. Fresh pot, gift shop, Huatari Well, slow roaster, Latte Lagoon, Fair Trade Fun Zone, the Percolator. I feel like Fair Trade Fun Zone was a suggestion that somebody just floated out there as a joke, and then they couldn't come up with anything better and were like, we'll just go with that. That's the energy that one has. Because that is a big stretch. It's a haunted little kite. Okay. This is such a cool little area. I really like it. Bowling row, $3, 3 tries. Break a row to win. Should I try it? Better be ammo. Oh, we're wrong. Well, that's not fair. It's a little skeevy there. It's worth expending the ammo to to prove that that's not fair.
Jesus! Calm down, Saga. It's just a pot of coffee.
Yeah, it's a pot of coffee, but that's a reasonable... A beautiful day. It's a reasonable reaction to have when there's taken around every corner. Okay. Hold on. Nope. Nope. Hold on. Now I know... Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, now I know there's an inventory button there. Okay. So far...
Okay, then. All right, come on. Yes! Got him. I don't know how I saw him there. It's lucky. Always good to have a screwdriver.
It is always good to have a screwdriver. Is that Phillips or is it a flathead? Can I tell? Do I know? Inconclusive. Alright. Been to the percolator. Alright, hold on, I gotta... Outrageous. Woke of the Moose. One morning, during Coffee World's construction, a wounded moose was discovered taking shelter inside the Fresh Pot coffee shop. Though limping from a leg injury, the wily moose proved too quick for wildlife rescue. After a long and unsuccessful chase, everyone stopped for a much-needed coffee break, brewing up some of the Coffee World's finest. Before the first cup was poured, the moose appeared, drawn by the delicious aroma. He allowed himself to be treated in exchange for a steaming mug of what is now known as Mocha's signature blend. Since then, Mocha the Moose has become a beloved fixture of Coffee World, welcoming guests from around the country, as well as personally taste testing each of our roasts to give them the Mocha seal of approval. Amusing Mocha facts. Mocha is around 6 years old. Did you know moose could live up to 25 years? I did not. I would have thought that they would have lived longer than that. Mocha weighs 820 pounds. Did you know moose are the largest species of deer in the world? Mocha loves to swim. Did you know moose can dive up to 20 feet underwater? Dang, can they really? That's pretty impressive, actually. Mocha's favorite drink is coffee. Did you know that Mocha is the only known moose with a caffeine addiction? I think they said Mocha died, too, recently. They got him addicted on coffee, and he did not live to tell the tale. I need something. I need the key. I need the keys from here. Can't leave until I get that. Open IP. Okay. The Hotari Well from 1913. Legends say this is the dwelling place of the evil water spirit, the Naki, who lures people to their watery graves. Interesting that the town is called Watery, and Watery's capitalized. It sounds like a pun. In the early days of Watery's history, this very well was where Ilmari Hotari hid the bodies of his victims with the help of his brother Jacobi Hotari. That's like Ilmo and Jaco. It was only after Ilmari murdered his own brother that their gruesome acts came to light. But was it madness, or the spirit of Naki possessing Ilmari that drove him to murder, like he himself believed? Is there more to this well than meets the eye? Interesting. Very, very interesting. I really like this game. I like that it seems to be adding through all of the background details, that there's just loops of everything. Ilmari is like Ilmo, Jaco is like Jacopi, and these two seem to be associated with the well somehow. And there's the present day Koskela Brothers. Don't forget to use safe havens to hide from enemies. Well, there's no way to go down that well, but... So I think that's interesting in a way. And here's a cult symbol. What else? There's some other parallels to everything that, like, has come up in the past and the present. There's that. I mean, there's the Bookers to an extent.
There's another cult stash.
What hides behind the smile? Can I use the screwdriver to break into this place now? Totally forgot. It's been like 2 years since I played this.
Now where is that safe?
Yeah, where is the safe? Oh, this is a manuscript page. Amazing. Coffee World attacked.
Sorry, we're out of Bright Falls blend. Anna apologized to the customers. I'll just grab some from the back. More coffee coming right up. She suggested they ride the percolator while they waited. She passed Ilmo at the Espresso Express. Big smile, Anna. Coffee World is all smiles. Anna nodded, smiled. She smiled until her face hurt. Anna stopped walking, realized she was standing next to the Huatari well. Must have zoned out, she thought. She was about to go, but something in the well caught her eye. A shadow shifting in the dark. Anna was overcome by vertigo. The world tilted, and then she was falling down, down, down into the shaft. The darkness opened up to swallow her.
Interesting. Now, you gotta wonder, is it because there's dark there, or is it because there's that plaque that's written there and there's already the story? Look at this moose go.
Locked.
Why did you
Okay.
change the damn
What
password
would
to the
Ilmo
safe
use for a
again?
code?
I thought it was lookout, fixer, supplier. Who hurt you? Why are you so paranoid? Hey, Ilmo, heads up. Got another angry voicemail from a parent about her kid poking herself in the eye with one of the souvenir pucos. Whose grand idea was it to sell kids plastic knives in a coffee-themed amusement park? Oh, right. It was yours. Jeff, I need another moose favor. Moko was doing just fine. He even got a glowing vet report. And then bam. They say it was a heart attack. I'm not blaming you. Maybe he just had a bad ticker. No tolerance for stimulants either. We're telling the kids that Mocha's taking a little vacation, but I could really use your help ASAP to maintain continuity. Do you have any other more in stock? Thanks in advance. Ilmo. Alright. Get the trailer key. What was it? Alright, I need to go back here real quick. Nope, it was here. These donuts look so good. It was looker, fixer, supplier.
Coffee World staff.
News of
Hope
the
they're
week.
not all
Remember to bring
monsters
your
now.
liability forms. Oh, God. For Tuesday's Bring Your Dog to Coffee World Day. The percolator's unfortunately undergoing maintenance, but don't worry, we'll fix it as soon as
The
possible.
photos have stickers on them.
Lost and found. Maintenance. Ride operator. Janitor. Gift shop. Security. Caregiver. Park walk around, and Anna is at the concession stand. Alright, lookout, fixer, supplier. Let's see. This is arranged like a keypad. Then which one's a looker? Fixer. Park walk around. Supplier. I don't know what any of those means. Looker. Fixer is obviously maintenance, so the middle one is 2. So looker and then supplier. Who could supplier be? The supplier is probably the concession stand, so it's probably 2-9. And then looker, probably security. So 429. I'm gonna try that. It's a little bit of a good convoluted clue. Nope. Alright. It was 146. Why was it 146? It was 146 because this Susan, for whatever reason, is the looker. Because she's looking for lost stuff, I guess, and finding them. Or, I don't know. People who are looking for stuff go to her. Probably. 1 for fixer. I don't know. And I don't know why. Oh, wait. 1 for fixer, because she's a caregiver. I guess fixer. I hardly know her. And then supplier, 6. It makes no sense to me, but...
The keys to my trailer.
Got the key.
Now to find the clicker and the Colt.
Mama gave me a magic clicker. Wonderful. You know what? It's spooky out here, so I'm going to look up where to go. Map. Where's the exit? Alright, simply head kind of straight ahead in a more straight aheadly direction. I think I just need to kind of hug this way. Oh, Mayor Setter.
When you ask,
Mayor
Setter will speak.
Mayor Setter will speak. Well, Mayor Setter clearly is in control of the issues, and you know, if you vote for anybody else, you'd be barking up the wrong tree. The trailer park is here.
The page said I'd run into a cultist here. On your toes, Saga.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Mayor Setter is not afraid of the rough questions.
Mayor Setter is not afraid of the rough questions. I have a feeling, though, that a rough question would be a real treat for him. Does not back down. Alright, cool. Cool and good, let's go. Why did I have to have a key to get into the... I thought it was for the individual trailer.
It's in the rain. Must not drink the water. Or take a bath. Ever again. Moonshine. Only drink the moonshine, brother!
Don't look like cultists.
That's not helping! I don't feel like myself. Don't know how to fight it! We're too old now!
Excuse me. I'm looking for the Anderson trailer.
What? Sweetie pie, right on time! Like we were just saying, it's not true. The lies to hurt you and make you weak. Don't believe a word. They believe because deep down, they want to be told what to think. We're different. Rebels! You must stop it before it turns real. Don't be part of the story. Make the story. Start the hell of it!
These old drunks don't seem affected by the horror story like the other locals are. Do they know what's happening here?
How
These
do you know
old
about
drunks.
the story?
Same as you, of course, sweetie pie. We are family. The Andersons. Vikings. Gods. So good to finally see you, Saga. I am your great uncle Odin. And this is your long-lost mortified Thor. Sarasota.
Scratching hag.
Father, and I am the All Father.
Just as crazy as everyone else.
Yeah, I don't know. They're the
Just
most sane
confident.
ones.
I need to stay focused. I need to check out the trailer.
Hold on. I need to see what she has to think about them first. So they in the first game are clearly, I think it has something about the moonshine where they know that, I don't know, just like they're either affected specially by the lake or they aren't. And I forget which one it is right now. But so Thor and Odin, they know more better than anybody what's going on, because I think at some point they also were controlling the story or the plot line in the official like timeline of everything. So it's interesting that they're talking to Saga and they're saying, no, don't believe it. Don't believe, make the story yourself. Control it. Take lead. Your family. So for them to be family, I think that gives some type of like credence to Saga at least having some type of connection to Bright Falls somewhere, because they live there. And everybody else kind of just believes whatever the town would have them believe. So I don't know. I don't know if that like kind of affirms the fact that Saga is always a resident of Bright Falls and moved away, or if she's an actual FBI agent. I kind of like that it's a little ambiguous. Scratch needs a clicker to make his ending into reality. Can't let that happen. The story is affecting more people's memories. That's clear. It is kind of altering reality, but is it doing more than just altering memories? Is it altering reality itself? At least in the area. How to enter the overlap. Dark presence. Nope. How to stop the story. How does the story change reality? It's not just Rose, Ilmo and Yako are affected too. How long before my memories are affected? I think it does kind of want you to think that Saga is an outside party, but she was written into the story, so whether or not she existed before, I don't know. She was written into the story, so she could have existed as an outside person before, outside of Bright Falls, and once she entered into it, her life changed. I don't know, and I think it's kind of ambiguous whether or not she actually was a resident of Bright Falls, and this story made her believe that she's an FBI agent with family on the outside, or if she actually existed on the outside and only came into existence while entering Bright Falls. I legitimately don't know, and I'm really hoping to get some answers here. Writing a part of the ritual. If Wake is the origin of the pages, then no cult connection, unless the cult is working with Scratch. Odin claims he is my great-granduncle and that Tor is my grandfather. My life in Watery. That's not my life in Watery? Okay. Which parts are false? Which, if any, are real? Connection to Tor and Odin. It's a little obtuse. Mom never talked about her family. Alright, what does it say? So the story is giving me wacky relatives now. Still, there's something off about these guys. They existed in universe before she did. At least before she came into it. So they definitely have precedent. It's not that the story is giving her wacky relatives. I think it's giving them a relative, really. Something's off about them. I mean, we know that they know kind of more than most people. Probably Saga at this point. So I'm curious. I need to see everything. Gosh. Anytime I ask Mom about her home or family, she's shut down. I have no idea who my grandparents are. What else is left? Just lunchboxes? No, that's fine. Can I talk to them? No. Alright, well... Where is her trailer? Is it this one?
Reeks of booze.
That must be theirs. Murder at the Manor House. An Architectural Mystery by Margaret Formeau.
Did I leave the bureau in this fictional reality?
Is this her thing? Agent Anderson, our deepest condolences for your loss. The Bureau knows it's an incredibly hard time for you. I personally can assure you we are committed to your well-being and will allow the time needed for your recovery from this tragedy. The FBI is here for you. We'll be ready to welcome you back as soon as you're ready. We could really use that insightful mind of yours, so we hope to see you back in our ranks soon. Warm regards, Supervisory Special Agent Stacy Marlowe. Okay, so it's like it's presenting facts that she could have been with the FBI and she could have had a daughter at some point, but maybe she moved here. Maybe she moved back. I don't know. The plot chickens, that's so good because I knew you love a good pun, Ilmo. Excellent puns for the comedian in your life. Criminal Justice, a critical look at a broken system by R. Murrow. Lots of beer. There's ammo in the drawer. Love to see it.
Everything here reminds me of Logan. This could be her room.
Nordic Tales and
This
Folklore.
is getting too real. Too personal. The Nordic Tales book Mom gave to Logan when she was little.
Connie Chu, The Wildlife of the Pacific Northwest. The Kind Stranger, The Very Old House. That's a reference to Control for sure. The Ribbon-Hearted Girl.
Logan's junior agent certificate. So cute. Bon. Logan used to love her music.
Ooh. I like that little drawing. There's some M-birds. Mom. She has two guns and she's like dual wielding them in a cool way.
My newfound relatives. Cozy with the cult of the tree. And that's the clicker. In the hands of the cult, just like the page promised. Kalevala Knights. That's the motorcycle club the Koskela Brothers are in. I'll take Odin and Tor up on their offer and visit their nursing home. Right after I find this biker workshop.
I already found it, Saga.
No. It's not true. It's just a fucking story. It's not true. Logan's back home. She's fine. Fuck. She's at school. David. I'm in the story and it's coming true. Wake said Scratch would try and hurt me with the horror story. But he said there's still time to stop this. That he can stop this with a clicker.
Hey, this is David. Leave a message.
David? Is Logan okay? Call me back as soon...
Uh-oh.
Mulligan? What the fuck? Hey! Stay where you are!
The cult of the tree.
Mulligan is a cultist? What the fuck is going on here?
The cult of the tree.
Thornton too? God damn it. And now they're all taken?
Of course they are. Oh. Well, it's time to save. So, I think I saved it. Saved just now. Yeah. So my first thought was that Saga wasn't a legitimate FBI agent, and as she's going here, that's what the story presents, is that she is kind of being led to believe that she has always lived here. And that's what everybody else in the town believes. And I think after talking to Tor and Odin, that's kind of affirmed a little bit. But they do say that they're her relatives, and they know more than most people. So, I don't know. I'm a little unsure now. The music is so loud. Where'd they go? So I just think it's incredibly interesting that, I don't know, it's a little ambiguous. Alright, I clearly went the wrong way. Oh, there he is. That's actually scary.
The headline about Logan wasn't real. Don't think about it. The cult has the clicker. Get it? Fix this.
Oh, they went in there.
This is the workshop from the photo with the cultists. This is where they had the clicker. If it's still here, I need to find it.
Investigate the workshop. Okay. There's a TV here. Oh, God. This pizza's blue. Clean up your place, man.
Hey, stop right there. The shape stumbled out of the dark toward Deputy Mulligan. Thornton was doubled over, coughing. A chunk of cold pastrami caught in his throat. Bring it, fucker. Mulligan fired. Thornton hacked the pastrami out of his windpipe, opened fire with his partner. The monster fell. They kept shooting. The thrill of domination. This was the cult of the tree. Not one tree, a forest. Secret knowledge in a deer mask. The last line of defense. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Bright Falls' fucking finest. They crept over, pulling out their flashlights. The horror. This is Monica from the tackle shop. An innocent woman.
Oh no.
Thornton's pastrami came back up.
Probably the most horrible thing of all, you actually involve an innocent person. Alright, they said they're a biker club, so there are bikes, that's cool. What else? What else is here? Flare. It is noisy in here. Okay. Just picking up supplies before I actually move on. Some arrows.
I feel
oh
bad
dear.
for these guys.
I wonder what the relationship is with her and the deer. It made a noise. Alright, let's see. Washington plates. When in doubt, throttle it out. Lock combination. Hey, Ilmo. I can't find the new lock combination. Look inside the smiley coffee cup doesn't help me. Sauna night. Thanks everyone for your valuable input. I'm assuming that means Saturday sauna night is on. Sauna is good for the body, good for the soul. You may not like it, but it likes you. And all condiments are welcome, of course. Ilmo. Ignore Fred. He doesn't know what it takes, and he's wrong about ketchup too. It's obviously chili mayo or nothing, Marv. Not everyone enjoys frying themselves to death, Ilmo. And who would pick mustard over ketchup? Hello, fellas. I suggest we start a regular sauna night. Now that the old place is working again, what's the best time for it? How about a classic Saturday night lesson? I'll bring the sausage and mustard, but BYOB. The Deer Fest floats are eating up our space. Try to keep things neat and tidy around the workshop, okay? I can't find my tools. I can't even find my left hand, even though it's attached to me. But I will find my boot up somebody's ass if you all keep making a mess. Ilmo. Hi, Uncle Ilmo. Hope you're well. Charlene and I haven't recovered our paychecks from last month's Coffee World promo work. Are you sure you sent them? Can you double check? Maybe they slipped through the cracks. Also, Charlene wanted me to tell you that her suit still... Also, Charlene wanted me to tell you that her suit still smells weird. Charlie. Stop it. This is your final warning to stop taking the OOP out of the assembly hall. You want to get drunk in the workshop, fine. But the OOP is for ritual use only. You idiots are worse than my kids. That's from Yako, Koskela to Kalevala Nights. This is a final warning. Stop. This is your final warning to stop taking the OOP out of the assembly hall. You want to get drunk in the workshop, fine, but the OOP is for ritual use only. You idiots are worse than my kids. So, OOP is control for object of power, and that is something that has the ability to impact reality around it. So they do have the clicker. Yako knows it, and he knows that it's an object of power. So it must be because they broke into the control monitoring station and they're kind of intercepting whatever transmissions they have. I've seen some of you place your stashes in the open. Please don't do that, you rascals. Look inside the coffee cup. It doesn't help me.
Locked. They must be in there.
Yeah,
there has to be a way to get this lock open.
Yes, there was. It is obviously two triangles on top of one another, an hourglass that's tilted, and an upright hourglass. Come on.
This is
Use
the
your
cult's
thinker.
hideout. Their headquarters, even?
Oh my god, it's so loud now in my ears. It was very tinny before. Alright, well, I think that I'm going to save it, and I think that there... Yep, there's a thing here.
There's a basement.
I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it. And I'm going to go to bed because I'm tired. And I know what's coming up. And it's horrible, horrible, horrible. But chances are I will put that at the end of whatever I post. Like, it will be one episode, I think. I just want to go to bed. Actually, I'm going to read about this first, and then I'll go to bed. That light switch you found washed up at the lake is not junk. It's fucking important. That light switch you found washed up on the lake is not junk. It's fucking important. Trust me on this. From now on, whenever we catch a target, we're gonna cut out its heart, Stick this thing inside and flick it. I know it sounds weird, but just trust me, it'll be like a ritual. This is gonna work.
The Nightingale ritual wasn't completed.
Everyone, please read. I'm not trying to play the blame game, but we cannot let random tourists walk right into one of our rituals. We were stopped before we got to use the clicker. Hell, the lights weren't even set up yet. It's unacceptable. So let's look at the learnings. We need to be faster with our setups. We need 100% positive someone is on lookout duty. Communication, communication, communication. Slip-ups like this are why we have FBI agents snooping around, which is not great. I'm only being harsh about this because I know we can do better.
The cult is leaving supplies around for themselves.
I've marked the map like you asked. That's all the stashes by our last count. Locked and loaded, ready to go.
This will be handy. That's it.
That's it.
The cult isn't well organized. People aren't following orders.
Read, to whoever has been sabotaging Lake House equipment, stop it. If you are looking for ways to help the cult, this is not it. Unless bringing the feds down on us is what you consider helpful. In which case, you can fuck right off. Stay away from the FBC. And if you see them poking around again, report it to the Grand Master. Lake House equipment. That's a DLC. I wonder what's happening there. Lake House. That's got to be control equipment. Us bringing the feds down upon us. Stay away from the FBC. So control's got to... That Lake House has got to be run by the Bureau of Control, then.
This is the cult's process. Their ritual.
The ritual for taken. Surround the target. Subdue them. Use hammer or blunt object. Restrain them. Carve out their heart. Recite the words. Put the clicker in their chest. Flick the switch 2 times to make sure it works. Remember floodlights on tripods. We need to see what we're doing. Always work in pairs. Interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. All right. Well, I'm going to go down the staircase. I don't think that there's anything there. But, like I said, I am tired. So I forget exactly what happens next. But I don't really want to... I don't want to risk getting into something where I'm going to be involved for another 30 minutes or so. So I'm going to leave it there and say thank you anybody that's checked it out. I really appreciate it. I've had a lot of fun getting back into Alan Wake. It's cool to see a little bit more of the story, being a little bit more familiar with it, finding a little bit more context for everything, and kind of seeing where it all might fit together a little bit loosely. Because it's filling in some of the gaps, but I still have a couple questions, and I'm hoping that might be answered the further and further I go. So, have a good night.